Excuse me. Mm. In Aquarius, Moon in Cancer, where Earth and water meet, intellect and emotions meet. Welcome in. Hope your day is going well. Thank you for the likes, the double tap. You're more than welcome to put your zodiac sign, sun sign, moon sign, rising sign in the comment. Share with you a little bit. Thank you for the like, whoever liked it. Happy Friday to you. Hope you're well. Hope you're regulated. Capricorn, happy belated birthday to you. Happy belated birthday to you. For real. This is a powerful time for you with your money. One of the biggest features for Capricorn, money, material wealth, and psychological. It's psychological in part too. It's knowing your worth, knowing that you hold this truth energetically. Right. Thank you for the likes and the subscribe. Put your zodiac sign in the comment. Cook Tomato, how are you? Can you hear me? I'm over here on YouTube. Same spelling of the name, same lab coat, same brown face. Cute, cute at 10. Thank you so much for participating. Do you know your rising sign, Pewta 10? Capricorn is one part to it, a fraction of it, 1/12. No? Well, I want to tell you, you can find out that information by knowing your birthday, your time of birth, and your city and state. You see me, you hear me? Thank you so much. Come on over to YouTube. You want to stay here? There you go, buddy. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, you're gonna put your bag right there? Right in my room. Okay. I'll put your bag in my room. I can do this here. Maybe we're gonna get part of the red bag. Okay. The birthday, the time of birth, and the city and state will give you the rising sign. For example, let me show you exhibit A. And you can find this information from this app is Astro Gold, real easy to use. Or you can go to one of my favorite sites, astro.com, astro.com. We'll put the information in. Cousin, sister, come on over to YouTube. We're waiting for you. Same name, same lab coat, same face. What does all of it mean? What does all of it mean? So different aspects of you, different energetic aspects that symbolize different areas of your life. Feel free to put your zodiac sign, your moon sign, your rising sign. Let me know which is which. If you're putting your moon sign in there, let me know it's the moon sign. The sun sign, let me know it's the moon sign. The sun sign. The rising sign, let me know it's the rising sign. Okay. Lee, you don't know your big three? You're gonna have to look that up. Um, Comment on one of my videos, maybe. I'll share it with you. Maybe I'll do a video if you comment on one of my short videos. Right? 813. I know that is a Leo. Not only is your name Lee, but the zodiac sign that the sun was in when you were born is Lee. Oh, there it is. What does this mean? Symbolically, Leo is the zodiac sign that expressive. This Neptune is Aries, squares my birth natal Neptune. I've been crashing out. Exashua, relax. Take your time. Come on over to YouTube here. I'm over here on YouTube having a blast. I could use a like on the live. Come on over. We'll talk about it a little bit. But Leos are expressive. Real quick, not for nothing. Levi, Levi, Leo. Interesting. I don't know if your parents knew that you were a Leo. They named your name with the L there. That's very fascinating to me. Thank God the red bag's gone. Perfect. Um, I want to bring your attention here to exhibit A. This is the zodiac sign Leo here. It's supposed to be a lion's mane with that arch is supposed to symbolize the spine. Think of a cat, you know. That symbolism right there, right off the bat, makes me think of how Leos are territorial. Some of them, some are not as territorial, but generally speaking, territorial. Um, and the willpower is so strong, right? The courage, the confidence, possibly energetically, right? But real quick here, Leo is always opposed by Aquarius. What does this mean? It means that they're in a relation, a forevership, I call it, right? Leo could be one hand, Aquarius could be the other hand. They both wash, they help out each other, and they both wash the face, meaning that it takes love and community. Love is one hand, community is another hand, looking at it collectively, right? Individually, you can actually hear me here. I know I did that on purpose, actually. I did that on purpose. Thanks for coming through. Thank you for the like too, Joshua. I appreciate you. Put your zodiac sign in the comments. You can be, right? You can be caring too. You can be loving. Sometimes the ego gets in the way, though. Sometimes. Sometimes. Okay, Ashua. Excuse me. I forget that the X of the K or a CH sound. I forget that. Excuse me. Levi, Leo. This month, with this relationship here between Leo and Aquarius, from an astrological perspective, it points to contracts, maybe in the court of law, maybe not, maybe verbal contracts about what you're willing to agree to and what you're not willing to agree to. If you're over here on TikTok, I'm on YouTube. Come on over, subscribe, put your zodiac sign in the comments. We need you over here. We're waiting for you, rather. All right. So that's Levi. Reach out to me, Lee. We can, like I said, comment your birth information in one of my videos with the time of birth in the city and state, and I'll tell you your big three. Or message me. I don't know how the DMs work over here. I'm new to the platform. All right. Migrated over. Jesse G, come on over to YouTube. Excuse me. We're waiting for you. We're waiting for you. All right. Sagittarius rising. Cosmic sister, you found us. Thank you so much. Sagittarius is where? Sagittarius is, oh, the red bag again. Sagittarius is over here. Red bag. It's there, right? Notice the arrow, red bag. Notice red bag. Notice the arrow on Sagittarius. Let that symbolize direction. Sagittarius are always headed in direction, quite literally, even, right? Always on the go. Symbol is the half person, half horse. I say half man, half horse, but I also want to include women in there, so I just say person because it could be a half woman, half horse. We don't know. No, we don't. We want to keep it even, equal here. Not for nothing, and for something, but Sagittarius is adventurous, and so from an astrological perspective, the relationship between Sagittarius and Aquarius is one that points to themes surrounding the mindset, the thinking, the speaking. Notice how you're a little more keen on how people say what they say, when they say it, how they say it, what it's worth. Is there any truth in it? And you also working on speaking with truth, in truth, by truth, and such. Symbolically. You see that? Maybe? Yes, in the comments if you're here. Is there a little bit of a delay? Is everybody here with me? Feels thank you for the likes. This is huge. It's so much. I'm so elated with these likes because I'm getting more likes each live. I appreciate it so much. Yep. Devlo, you're back. Welcome back. Happy Friday to you. All right, who did I miss? Who's next? Cosmic Sister, I'm wondering what your rising sign is. What is the rising sign? Devlo, one dot, tomato. Thank you so much for responding. That helps me out so much by letting me know. So the title of this live, while we're waiting for the next person to put their big three in the comments, is about Aquarius, interpreting Aquarius, and interpreting the zodiac sign of Cancer. Combination of intellect and emotions. Quite simply, could be emotional intelligence. Cancer is a water sign, and the water signs have to do with the inner, I want to say the innerness, the inner base, the inner emotion, the knowledge that speaks from within. Jesse G, here, welcome. Devlo, shout out to the moon in Cancer. Yeah, I assume you have the moon in Cancer. Called the lunar return. Jesse G, how are you? Welcome. Taurus, Sun, Scorpio, Moon, Sagittarius. So we're just talking about Sagittarius. Here, it's symbolized as the arrow, right? I would like to say that Sagittarius is, or think and say that Sagittarius is a zodiac sign that is frequently in the right direction. Similarly, as the teacher directing the students in the right direction. Along my That red bag. Along my journey and my studies, looking at astrology and I'm looking at the physiology, right? Anatomy and physiology from head to toe, but the hand, right? It is said that each one of the fingers correlates to a finger. This is the finger that correlates to Jupiter and Sagittarius for that matter. And I find that interesting when I look at my experiences and how I behave with this finger as far as pointing someone in the right direction and giving them direction, which I find so interesting that Sagittarius is the traveler, the explorer, the adventurer. And when you travel, whether it be to the next town, the next city, the next country, or wherever it is that you go, right? When you ask someone for direction, they usually point you in the right direction. That right there is everything to me. It speaks so much to me. All right. There's that little tidbit. Um, in addition to that, Sagittarius and its relationship to Aquarius creates this relationship that deals with the mindset. It also touches upon the nervous system. It also touches upon brotherhood and sisterhood. Um, yeah, shout out to the moon in Cancer. Um, New beginning, the completion of a cycle for you, WO, WO Adonis. I find and have found that um, it brings us closer to our feelings, our emotions, and our family. Oh, you're not a Cancer moon. You're Cancer sun. You were shouting out Cancer moon because you have the sun in Cancer? Okay. So, how are you? Aries rising, sun, Sag, Leo moon. And how does this shape up with a Cancer IC and Black moon Lilith and Aquarius? Shadow side, Black moon, the Black moon Lilith. What comes to mind right away with the Black moon Lilith is the shadow self, the hidden aspects of your soul come to the surface, come to the forefront. Learning about them, familiarizing yourself with your shadows, you know, because it's let me calculate this here. If you're an Aries rising, then um Black moon Lilith would be in the 11th house, right? Um Cancer is your IC. Yes, Cancer is the IC because you're an Aries rising. So Aries rising naturally puts Cancer in the 4th house. That puts Capricorn in the 10th house. So you have Capricorn as a midheaven. Let's see. Black moon, Lilith, and Aquarius. So it's a pair between Aquarius is actually your 11th house though, not for nothing. But you might have it positioned in the 10th house. So we can interpret that as Black moon, Lilith, in the 10th house as well as the 11th house. So it's in the environment of life that points to your career, your reputation, in your work as well as your friendship, your associates, networking, and the such. And so, because the sun is in Aquarius, it shines a light on the black moon, Lilith, and some of the shadow aspects with your relations with your friends and your associates and how you network with them, whether they be old or whether they be new, or whether the new experiences that you have with associates, you find experiences that you engage in to echo some of the relationships from the past. This is a learning curve. The third house is learning. Knowledge is the truth in the higher mind. And the third house is the learning, the environment of learning. The student, it's an environment that has to do with the student as well. It has to do with the student and discovery. Writing, Jesse G, is a big helper for you. Because when the thoughts are in the mind sometimes, I over the course of the past 2 days, it was yesterday. I think it was yesterday. I was doing some writing myself after not writing for a long time. And long story short, in my research, I relearned that writing helps, and learning through writing as well as learning internally, right? Where you're juggling things around in your mind. Sometimes it can get caught there, and it benefits the individual scientifically to actually speak out loud. So, like writing about it and then actually speaking it out loud, even if nobody's around. So, there's something about hearing yourself. There's something there. Not for nothing, hearing physiologically is connected to Taurus, which you are. So essentially, you have skill in that environment. I'd say that the sun sign that an individual is where an individual skill set is. Human spacesuit, how are you? You've been watching me and barely been able to hear me. I'm over here on YouTube. Come on over. We're waiting for you. If you're still here. Same name. Same. Um, can you see this name up here? Of course you can see this name. Why wouldn't you? If you put this, type this into YouTube, you'll be able to see me over there. We're waiting for you. Welcome in. Be sure to like the live. 15 likes is amazing. Share the live with a friend, maybe. Tell them, hey, come in here. We got a brown guy here talking about astrology signs and zodiac. They're gonna love it. Um, Sam, you have a hard time learning things? That's okay. That's fine. Take your time. Don't stress yourself. It's Friday for one. For one, it's Friday. Take it easy. Yes, the cosmic alchemist. No, it's the same spelling. It's the same spelling. Maybe there's a need Fame, Boyd, Biode, Fame, Yad, Thembiad, Thembiad. I hope I said your name right. Maybe perhaps there's a benefit to you slowing down a little bit and regulating the nervous system. Maybe. Do you see this here? You can copy that and put it right into the YouTube. You should find me. Excuse me. Um, Peace and prosperity. That echoing relationships part hit home, something I've been working to break through. Nervous system recalibration. So, thank you for responding to that. Devlo, I'm curious of what Taurus degrees you have. Spit them out. I usually don't do these types of things, but because you guys are double tapping and you're engaging, I'm gonna go here. Which ones are on your mind? Put in the comments. Now, Stoke, when you say that, I don't know if you're still here. Are you still here? Let me know. That is huge. Thank you for sharing that about the friendship. And when I read that, immediately after I read that, I thought about, or what came to mind was the relationships in the past. Because the shadow, whenever you hear shadow or dark side or anything of that such, um, don't think of the boogeyman or a monster. Think of reflection. You know, when I hear darkness or shadow, I think of um me resting to recharge my system, right? Whenever you're in darkness, you know, it can be scary if you're lonely and you're shivering and you're hungry, you know, it's scary. But if you're catching up on rest, it's recharging. So I say that what I'm trying to say is that the regulation of your nervous system and looking back at experiences from the past that you've had with those friends, whether you call them friends or associates or whatever, colleagues, maybe, right? Looking at that and seeing what was it that actually bothered you is how you deal with that shadow. It's one way to deal with the shadow. Um, Same biode. You're a Scorpio. Welcome. Scorpios have depth. Where's Scorpio? Scorpio's here. It has the stinger. If we're simplifying this thing, if we're going to simplify or in simplification of Scorpio and the symbolism of this M with the stinger, Scorpio, scorpion, right, has a stinger and it injects its prey. I'm not saying that you're a scorpion and that you inject your prey, but um, right, the emotions rise and it defends itself for survival. The stinger is for survival, not for nothing. Don't mess with a Scorpio, they say. It is said. Does the stinger energy. You do birth charts? I do birth charts. In dust, we trust. 33. I'm with you on that. How much do you charge? How much do you want to pay? Actually, tomorrow or Sunday, um, I'm doing donation-based reading. You can also check out my website if you want a deep dive if you want a deeper dive. If you want a deep dive, I plan on doing some readings Saturday or Sunday, either or. Click the notification. Stay tuned in. Here right now, I'm just having fun. I'm just warming up. I'm making a transition from TikTok over to YouTube. TikTok, we're going to be over there too, but we're coming over here to YouTube a little bit, hang out, and be a dual streamer. You could sit there. That's for you. Wonderful. For the time being, you can just put your zodiac sign in the comments. Have fun. It's Friday. Relax. Ask questions. Feel the vibe. Hang out. Um, I often think of what phase of life I was in to attract these things. So I feel you. Stoked. I'm so excited about that response. Here's why. Because if, let's just say if, I just got a little chill, a little small little chill. If and in that you have the year, the month, and even the day of the event that you felt wrong by said associate, I'm pointing here because the 11th house is the house of associates, just so that you know. Right? Then we would be able to look at that. We'd be able to pull that file and open it up and see what's going on with the charting and how the contrast between the chart of that moment and your chart. Powerful stuff. So without astrology and the symbolism and the analysis of the character traits and the interpretations of it symbolically, an individual would just go back into their mind's eye, pull the file, and remember what said person did to them, which is cool. It's perfect. That works. I tried it. It worked. However, with astrology, this energetic, this tool where you can interpret symbolism, you can go back to that time and pull the chart for it. I did that with one of my traumas, not for nothing and for something at the same time. Some months ago, I was talking about traumas that I had. I was doing some trauma work and I went back to a traumatic event and I journaled for it for 7 days, you know. And as I was going through it, over those course of those 7 days, there was a shift in how I looked at that event. Not for nothing. I also pulled up the chart for that event because I remember the day and I remember the hour even. I know that seems crazy, but I remembered it. Went back there and lo and behold, I was so shocked that when I looked and I seen where some of the planets were located, I was like, wow, wow, wow. I would do a sound effect, but those are on TikTok and I could figure out a way to get a switchboard over here on YouTube. But I wanted to share that with y'all because you can use astrology as a tool to go back down memory lane, even to make connections and connect the dots to some of the energetics around events from the past and be like, oh, wow, 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 wow. And what that has done for me, I can only tell you what it's done for me. It has opened my eyes up to not only what I did in said experience, it opened my eyes up to where the other person might have been coming from, the energy that they were under. And I wasn't as mad at them. You know, it opens up. I don't know if anything opens up. I'm using that metaphorically. It opens up a the door of acceptance. Not for nothing, and for something at the same time. All right, let me scroll back here because I talked a little bit. Um, you're welcome, staying beyond. This month is a highlight of your family life, home and family, and reclaiming your power, your independence. Every once in a while, people where I'm at, they're looking at me like, "What the hell is this guy holding his fingers up?" Because they can't see the chart. They're like, "What the hell?" Um, 16 likes. This is powerful. Share the live to one of your friends if you want. Only if you want. And thus we trust. What was the message? Don't retract your message. I want to see it. I don't think that. Okay. Mars is exact my Neptune at 5 degrees. Devil, you left out some information. You got to tell me all this, especially when the live starts to get packed and full with like 30 and 50 people over here on YouTube. You got to be specific with me. I get that Mars and Neptune are conjunct, right? So that makes me think of impulse, Mars, and action and impulse when it comes to um, beliefs and belief systems. Where is the question? It's someone who is willing to defend their belief system with force, even. That was an imaginary sword. Your imagination. Human spacesuit, you found it. Congratulations. I'm looking for a switchboard. If anybody's got a switchboard they want to share with me, send it. Send it. For my studies, I've noticed that modality too, but I remember years, not dates. So that's fine. But I can so see that working. I've been reading A to Z astrology. The A to Z horoscope maker and delineator by Llewellyn George. Thick book, blue. It's like a Bible. That's like a Bible book. Good book. I wonder if you have the original one or you have the watered down version, the newer one. There's different what do you call those? What do you call that? You call it editions. There's different editions of the A to Z horoscope maker and delineator. Blue book, good book, good book. Well, I'm on a quest not to say good and bad, but the book is informative, is what it is. Would the calculation be specific for the minutes or degree? Both. The calculation would be specific for the degree and the minutes for proximity of the planet in relation to your natal planets. The more precise we are with the details, the more exact we can get to set event and to say, oh, this is close to what was actually going on. If we have a year, then we got to kind of guesstimate. We gotta approximate, not guesstimate, approximate. You see what I'm saying? What do you look for to see autism in the chart? Good question. Um, I would look at the third house. The third house has to do with the mindset. I would look at aspects to can you hear me? In Dust We Trust 33, Sun in Pisces, conjunct rising sign in Pisces, and Jupiter in Aries, and Moon in Virgo. All right, well, you put the Jupiter in there. We didn't need the Jupiter, but now that you put it in there, thank you so much for that. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, the new one doesn't necessarily suck. There's still some good information in there still, but it's just watered down. It's not as informative. They take some stuff out as the years. Um, the older editions are juicy. It's wild. The first edition of the A to Z horoscope maker and delineator that I got, I discovered it in a hospital. And what was crazy about it was that I had newly been into studying astrology. I was in the beginning stages. You can take this chair if you want. Okay, or not. Okay. Um, um, yeah, in dust do we trust. Sun conjunct the rising sign is um it's powerful. It's powerful. I would say have grace with yourself over the course of the next 20 days, 25 days, even, right? Your rest is super important, you know. And congratulations on the last 2 years with all the lessons that you've learned um, regarding your patience, um, creating boundaries, and respecting yourself more. That's huge. Like your relationship with your. I don't want to get too much into your chart, but you know, rest is important for you. With this stellium here, you got a lot going on. Learn how to take breaks. If you haven't learned nothing over these past 2 years, I would say I would guesstimate. It would be a zodiacal guesstimate that it was a tough 2 years. It had its ebbs and flows, its challenges. It's almost it's getting better, clearing up a little bit, but it's still present, still tender. Situations around the relationship with your dad and you expressing your emotions, right? Um, Bus Gang Breakdown. What a name. Welcome. Thank you so much for the 17 likes. This is powerful. I'm so thankful for these likes. I'm impressed. I never would have thought I would have got 17 likes on a Friday. Um, my very good friend just sent me this link just now. Good friend. I was literally looking on YouTube for something to watch for astrology. You come to the perfect place. Put your big three in the comments. And dust we trust? Pluto? When you say Pluto, I don't like tell me more. Pluto what? Um, you're a Libra sun, okay. Libra sun, moon in Libra, and rising. Wow, you have the sun, moon, and rising sign are Libra. What's going on for you? Your energy feels off. Well, relax first. Relax, calibrate yourself. Last month was a little tough on you as far as the home life with the home and the family. Maybe you're bouncing back. You're still bouncing back over circumstances around the holidays, right? With the sun, the moon, and the rising sign in Libra, um, the change of the season, the beginning of the season is tough for you. When are these? From December 21st to January 21st, March 21st to April 21st, June 21st to July 21st, right? Maybe you're recalibrating. I've actually been working with and realizing the importance of recalibrating or self-regulation, coming back to for power, to reclaim one's power. Besides that, all these planets here, Pluto, Mars, Sun, Venus, and Mercury, all sitting in Aquarius, highlights the area of life that deals with enjoyment, being creative. I don't know if you draw or Um, you engage in the arts. I find and have found Libras to be artistic, nothing expensive. Have some fun. Or you might have a job, you might have to work, but intentionally be intentional about setting some time aside for you to really enjoy yourself. You know, in some schools of thought, they say 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work, and 8 hours of play. Do you get that? I don't know. I don't think so. Millie, are you still here? I'm over on YouTube right now. All right. Hey, Brooks Chap. Good now? You're good? Awesome. Hey, you're just fine. Thank you so much. Sound is clear. This girl wrote what she thought was important. What's my Cash App? Um, Great question. My Cash App is, it should be in my bio. I think it's TLC Astrologer. You're very crafty. Set some time aside for yourself then. That's super important. That's more important than you realize. Over the course of the next 20 days, be intentional about that. And I don't know what your work life is like, but that's super important for you energetically to regain your power. Regaining your power is like, if you're, first of all, you're the most important person on the planet to yourself. Everyone in here is the most important person to yourself. There's no one more important than me, to me. I didn't see what my no human spacesuit. I would agree to disagree. Even I'm more important than both of my daughters. I'm way more important than both of my daughters. Without my well-being, my daughters wouldn't get my full. Um, I know they would still get it, but maybe not at 100%. So if I, for example, let me share my um Cash App with you real quick. I'm gonna be sure to put it in my bio next time so I don't have to run through this. And Dust We Trust, we'll do it tomorrow or Sunday. Okay. I'm freestyling right now. We'll get to the Cash App Saturday or Sunday. Right. So I want to talk about that comment right there that you said, Big Fruit. Not only that, but my well-being. Like, so like let's say I'm stressed out. Right. I'm stressed out. Oh God, I like work my job. They're asking so much. I'm pulling my hair out and you know, taking that time to regulate my own system and bring myself back to a zero state or a state where it's manageable, you know. And I'm not talking about escaping, I'm talking about self-regulation allows me to better care for my daughter. So yeah, my daughters are the most important, but they're the most important after I take care of myself, because if I don't take care of myself, then my daughters don't get care for me. That's how I'm looking at it. But I know what you mean. Your children are extremely important. And yeah, you got to put if the gas mask comes down. I can't give my child the gas mask first, and then I die. Then what about my second daughter? Then she died because she needs me to help. I got to put the gas mask on first, and then save this one and save that one, so I can be coherent enough to be able to operate the gas mask. Unless one of my daughters are stronger than me, you know what I'm saying? Hey, help, forgive me. Give me. You know, that's where I'm at with that. But yeah, the children are extremely important. But my point is, and what I'm trying to say is that taking care of yourself is top tier, right? And that kind of echoes in the chart too for this month. You know, last month the sun and the moon came together in Capricorn, which says to be patient. I'm trying, and even if you're not patient, right, that you're patient with yourself and that you weren't patient. What do you mean by that? You're a girl dad yourself. That's the point. Um, so you nailed it. Um, what I was saying is, even if you're not making a mistake, but if you don't demonstrate an action that you intended to demonstrate, to still be patient with yourself and grateful with yourself in that. I'm learning how to do that. I'm actually relearning how to do that. All right, who's next? Enough preaching. Back to the astrology. Oh, thank you so much for hanging out. 18 shares. I would love 20 shares. And if you've already liked the live, then we're not talking about two. So thank you so much. Really? So many restrictions. Now, if you turn your camera off for or being away for too long, it may result in your live becoming ineligible for the For You feed. Thank you so much. I'm excited. You again on another profile? Um, I'm so excited that you're excited to see me. It's the same profile. I changed the name. It's Proud Mom. How are you, Proud Mom? Are you excited to see me? You have a question I can't answer out loud. Hmm. Okay. Do you want to DM me? That sounds like a DM situation. Osmond Case, I am. Hello. I am enjoying my day. Thank you so much for asking. How are you? Feel free to put your big three in the comments and ask a question about cosmic cycle. I'm here for it. That sounds like a circumstance where someone is acting, right? I've heard of that before. And sometimes people act like other people. If it's truly me, then they would have um, certain criteria, right? And so the way that you can check that is by um, DMing. Yeah, people copy people. That's what that sounds like. Um, are you following me on TikTok? I don't know if YouTube has DMs. I'm not even sure if YouTube has DMs. Christine, I'm on YouTube. Come on over. We're waiting for you. I have not been live for hours. I've only been live on here for an hour. It might not be an AI avatar. It might be somebody just um I said DM me because I thought you gave me from TikTok. I thought you said you were from TikTok. I've been live for 61 minutes and 57 seconds now on here. And I only have one account. Oh, you're not on my TikTok? Then I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm not sure. But for you to say that I've been on live for hours, that's not necessarily true. I've only been on for 62 minutes now. What? I'm not sure what you're talking about. This is not even for children. Not sure what you're talking about. I would say 20 days, Charlotte. Actually, approximately 20. Know your worth. So, um, yeah, I don't know. Um, wrong person. Anywho, um, feel free to put your sun sign, moon sign, rising sign in the comments. Becoming her. Thank you so much for the double taps. Um, I'm over here on YouTube. We're having a blast. Come on over. Put your zodiac sign in the comments. We're waiting for you. Let me give you the app so you can find it. It's the same spelling, same lab coat. Yeah, I don't know. So what I like about um TikTok and YouTube is that you can select if it's for children or not. And so um that's what I've been doing. Sometimes I swear. I swear by the moon and the stars and the sky, I'll be there. And I swear. Not advanced. I'm still the lab coat. I'll always be the lab coat, but I renamed to the Cosmic Alchemist. Come on over. The same spelling, the same lab coat, same brown face. I have to study draconic charts before. I don't use them too much, but I have. Definitely have. I swear by the moon and the stars and the sky, I'll be there. Kate Brooks, welcome in. Taurus Sun, Aquarius Moon, Dead Riser. Taurus is here, the sign of the bull. You can't tell that this is the bull from looking at the picture here, the symbol here, but and I don't know how this symbol could give you the idea that Taurus is about listening, and or it's about values, right? Although a bull or a cow is a valuable object, an item, it's actually a number one item on the market for this country with milk, um, beef, burgers, steak, and the such. But I said all that to say what I'm trying to say is that Taurus is about values. It's all about values. It kind of acts as a commander in chief to this Aquarius stellium here, and all through this one symbol here. This is Uranus or Uranus. Some people say Uranus in the zodiac sign of Taurus. Right? What does that mean? It means, or it can be interpreted as Taurus is experiencing, symbolically, Taurus is experiencing these life changes, these quirks, these ups, these downs when it comes to value. And you have an Aquarius moon too. Look at that. So this month is quite lively for you in regards to truth and knowledge, grounding yourself in that truth and knowing your work. Not for nothing. And I get that through the combination of Aquarius and Taurus in the chart. powerful, right? The Aquarius moon is quite powerful over the course of the past 10, depending on the degree of your moon sign, right? It brings a focus to family, themes surrounding the family and your comforts, and quite specifically, the relation with the mother or the mother figure in that regard. I've even found that um, for people with your setup, especially with the Sagittarius on the ascendant, you're more emotional, or you become more emotional about truth and what you know. People can hear it in your communication. 4 degrees. Okay, so approximately 6 days ago, you had an event. I don't know how old you are. Hopefully, you're older than 18. That's what this live is not for kids that are under 18. Are you over 18? I want to be sure. Let's check this now because, you know, this is not for kids. Are you of the required age to be in here? We must act. So I like that you appreciate the. I appreciate that you appreciate the name, the saying of it. Wonderful. So I don't know you, Jay Brooks. It's a theory. The theory stems from the moon being in Aquarius at 4 degrees. Doing a calculation of 10 minus 4 would equal 6. Thus, therefore, 6 days ago, approximately, you might have between 7 and 5 days, let's say. If you go back 7 days, if you go back 6 days, if you go back 5 days, within that time span, the emotion, there was a new experience involving your emotions where you become emotional and you had to put someone, not put them in their place, but you had to explain to someone and they took a little bit more emotion and feeling with it. And it was based on truth. It was based on your truth energetically. Right? That's powerful. In addition to that, I'm saying know your worth. And that's actually a theme that you were born with. Knowing Aquarius, your worth. Taurus with Uranus in Taurus, requested by Stoke. So values, right, are significant for the next 20 days. They've been significant for the last 7 years for Tauruses. But other signs, zodiac signs, would feel it ever since the last 10, more potently. Who's next? If you just got here, welcome. Put your sun, your moon sign, your rising sign in the comments, or you can ask a question. I'm here for it. I swear by the moon and the stars and the sky, I'll be there. No more questions? You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being thankful and patient. Mm. Why are you confused by the interaction? Now I'm curious. Did you look at the midpoint chart between you and said interaction individual? Did you invest some time into more than the birth date? I swear by the moon, and stars in the sky. Well, the birthday's enough. The birthday's enough. I would share that with you. Texas Toby, 33. How are you? Scorpio, welcome. Before I get to Texas T, I want to share that if you find someone that you're interested in and you have an interest with incorporating, you're good. Incorporating astrology into the mechanics of with you and said individual, you can still pull up the information without the time of birth. Use the time of birth of 6 a.m. Try to get the sun on the ascendant or get the sun at the midheaven or the 10th house cusp, or reach out to an astrologer. But you can still let's say they were born at the time that you met them. Let's say you didn't have no birth time. Let's say you didn't have no place of birth. Put the place as the place where you met them, and put the time of birth as the time that you met them. Use that time. Don't be so strict and be like, oh, I can't look at it because I don't have all the information. Still look at it. Just wonder a little bit, because the two things that are not going to be specific is going to be the rising sign degrees, not going to be exact. Maybe you might get it. You might be able to guess it. Maybe rare. It's sun shines on a dog's ass rarely, unless the dog's tail's up. That's a different story. And it's sunset. Anyway, um, but yeah, look that shit up. Get an idea. Use all 24 hours of the day. Look at it. The Mercury sign and the Venus sign are going to be. They're not going to move much. The Saturn's not going to move much. The Jupiter's not going to move much. Uranus is not going to move much. It's still Mars is not going to move much. It'll still be in the same proximity in the course of the day. Look it up. It's a win-win situation. So you're going to gather some information from it. You just can't sell yourself on the rising sign that you come up with because you don't have the time. But the rest of the planets, like the Sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, you might not be able to use the moon because the moon moves so swiftly. So if you don't have the right time, the moon and the rising sign, don't use it. Take it with a grain of salt, is what I'm trying to say. Right? Acknowledge it as looking at a window of opportunity of sorts. Welcome in. Okay. You're there. Texas T, Scorpio. Welcome. This is Scorpio here. This is Libra here. This is Scorpio here. Can you see that? Can everybody see that? That Scorpio always comes after Libra. Always Libra, then Scorpio, Libra, then Scorpio, Libra, then Scorpio, Libra, then Scorpio, Libra, then Scorpio. Scorpio's here. And so you want to know what the hell's going on with Texas T. What the hell does this shit mean for me? Well, in order to answer that question, I would look at one main feature. We don't know the rising sign, which has to do with the time of birth. Scorpio might have been here. Scorpio might have been here. Scorpio might have been here. We don't know. We don't know where Scorpio is at in the circle until we know the time. Don't tell us. Don't tell us. We don't need it yet. We don't need it yet. Not yet. So let's just look at some of the basics. We look at the relationship that Scorpio, the zodiac sign Scorpio is, and where the sun is. This is elementally, this is a water air combination. What does water do to air? Or what does air do to water? This is the question. What does water do to air? And that action and interaction describes a little bit at a basic layer, basic understanding, a basic level, a base level understanding of how the air and the knowledge of Aquarius and how it interacts with Scorpio and the depths. There's a deep urge for knowledge. There's a deep urge for truth. Where? Where? We got to look to the house. So let's say, for example, that you're a Scorpio rising. We don't know that. And just like in my last demonstration, talking to humans, so I would put the sun. If I didn't know what time you were born, for example, look at this human spacesuit. I'm doing it right here. Texas T, he said Scorpio, or they said Scorpio. Texas T, excuse me. They said Scorpio, so I would put Scorpio right here. Bam, right? If Scorpio's here, then Sagittarius is here. Capricorn's here, then Aquarius is here. Where is Aquarius? Aquarius is in the fourth place. What is the fourth place? The fourth place is the place of the home environment. The family four at a general base, common core aspect for Texas T. For the past 10 days, been experiencing familial circumstances, experiences that involve the family, the truth, family members telling the truth, brothers, sisters, cousins, perhaps. Maybe there's some heated discussions over. Maybe there's tension in the household, possibly. Why would you say such a thing? I would say such a thing because Mars is there as well. When we start adding in the other components of the chart to get an idea and an understanding of what's going on with an individual at the base, until we look at their entire chart and we see where all the other planets are, right? But we can still get a base. Welcome in, Sandy. How are you? If you're into astrology, you come to the perfect place. I'm over here on YouTube having a blast. I'm reading people's charts. If you're into it, you're more than welcome. You don't have to. I just want to let you know. The same spelling. If you tap on this lab coat here, it's the same lab coat too. Same lab coat, same spelling of the name, same brown face. You're more than welcome. All right. The phone is sideways because it's charging. Anyway, Texas T, how did I do? Generally speaking, we have 21 likes. Let's go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Whenever you're ready to bring the rest of um your placements, we're gonna do a little bit deeper dive. Tomorrow or Sunday, probably Sunday more than tomorrow. Sunday we're gonna be doing deep dive, donation-based deep dive. People are gonna be giving me their birth information. I'm gonna be pulling it up, and you guys are gonna send me a donation. Guys and gals. Both. That's Sunday. So hit your notification bell. You're not gonna want to miss it. You're gonna love it. Okay? Stay tapped in. Gigi Frugal Hip Chick, how are you? Welcome. Cool. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the like and the live. Texas T. Twice every 2 weeks. Welcome in. Can I give you mine real quick? Um, you see, I opened the door. I didn't even open the door. I jarred the door. I jarred it, which means that I didn't open it. You couldn't even get your finger through. It was a It was good. Sometimes you got to jostle the door and you just enough. Like, yo, we're doing it on Sunday, twice every 2 weeks. Sunday, come back, come back on Sunday. Bring your cash app. Donation based. Okay, doing deep dive. I'm gonna have to get my rest on Saturday. You guys are gonna come for me. I'm there for it, but please be at a cool time. Um, I saw one at like 3 a.m. my time. So that's the time that I'm doing it. You want me to do it another time? Is this a special request? What time you guys want me to come on Sunday? Tell me. Give me some times. Put it in the chat. Give me some times. We'll do a poll. I'll do a short video. Respond to the short video. I want to see all 13 of you there commenting. What time do you want to do it? One dot tomato, you like that? You like Saturday or you like Sunday? Which day do you like for the deep dive, donation deep dive? So you say 11 a.m. or after Eastern Standard Time? Okay. All right. Comment that on a short video. That way I'll get the notification and it'll come up for me. One dot tomato, Sunday. You're busy on Saturday? Ah, all right. Sunday too, shine like the sun. Oh, Stoke, you put a little shine like the sun on there. Okay. All right. After 11? Wonderful. We'll put it into the ballot box. We'll put it in the ballot box. We'll do a raffle. We'll do a pick. Okay. L, you want Sunday too? You want Sunday? Okay. How much you guys want to pay on Sunday for the deep dives? 15 minutes. You get 15 minutes. How much you want to pay? Let's set the standard. I'll let you guys set the standard for the first one. What do you want to pay? Talk about it. You're not going to get anybody else to ask you. So love it. Love it up. Folks, 40? I'm not doing 40. You could pay 40 if you want to, but it's not going to be 40. It's going to be less than 40. If you want to pay 40, you could pay 40, but they're not going to be 40. Thanks for letting me know, though. They're worth more than that, but for the first time, we're not doing that. I know you didn't want to downplay me. I appreciate it. Texas T, you want $3.33? Bring $3.33. You're not going to get 15 minutes, though. I'll tell you that right now. You're going to get about 7 minutes. Make sure you have all the information, too. Okay. L, 25. So you pick it. You pick it. Texas T wants to pay $3.33. Stoke wants to pay 40. L, you want to pay 25. Who else wants to pay? What do you want to pay? Let's set the stage now. Let's set the bar. We'll put all this in the ballot box and then we'll pick. Maybe I'll do a short video on Saturday. And then set the prices. Here and new to your channel. Gigi Frugal. Well, you're new to the channel. We got to hook you up. Oh, you're an Aries. Welcome. I'd clap for you. I haven't gotten my switch to my turntables yet. YouTube, hook us up with some sound effects on here. Reduction, retouch. I don't know. That's not it. Is that it? That's not it either. Stickers. Yeah, we don't got anything. Light on, light off. Light on, light me, dark me. I like dark me. Welcome, Frugal. Aries, you are. That's awesome that you're an Aries. Wow. Wait a minute. Hang on, human space. So you started putting all the details in there. Look at you got your all this astrological paraphernalia. You're so quick. Gee whiz. I inhaled some parsley. Shit. Running out of fluids. That's why you're not supposed to eat during the live. We're gonna get better at. We're gonna get better at eating on the live. Ugh. Shit. It's right there. Shit. Oh, come on, kid. You're dying on the live. Shit. I got so excited about frugal being in here. You know what I like about myself? I handle that pretty well. Not much. I don't got much water. I've been drinking it. It's all gone. We got to get some more. Anywho, frugal. Thank you. I needed that workout. Twice every 2 weeks. You said anywhere between 5 to 20 is valid for 15 minutes. Thank you for setting the bar, all of you. Excuse me. From the sound of it, it'll be between 11 and 20, maybe 15. I don't know. We're gonna do a poll on Saturday. Be sure to comment on the short video. 3:33 would be a good way to gather a little group of constant buyers. You like that twice every 2 weeks? I like your strategy. I like the strategy. $3.33. I like $3.33 too. Not for 15 minutes though. Maybe for first timers. I'm trying here. Thank you. Thank you. I got my coworkers caring about me. They got a jug of fluid. You're telling me maybe I should drink something. That's hilarious. Anywho, all right. Frugal, did you leave now that I coughed? Damn near died on the YouTube live. 7 minutes, probably less. Yeah, that's not enough time. 15 minutes isn't really enough time, but it's enough. We'll come up with something. We'll come up with a video on Saturday, which is tomorrow. Be sure to check the short videos tomorrow. All right. Stay tapped in. This is for Sunday. Okay. That's what we're doing. Frugal, are you still here? I wanted to share something with you about your sun sign Aries. This is Aries, by the way. right here. You are here. Thank you. Um, Now, when it comes to an individual's chart, thank everybody. Thank you for commenting and these likes. 22. This is powerful. Thank you. It helps the algorithm over here. Now, everybody has all these placements in the chart when they're born, right? Most people hear of the sun sign. It looks like this, right? But there's also at the time that a person is born, not only is the sun placed in a specific zodiac sign, but the moon is also placed in a zodiac sign. This is the chart for the current moment. The moon currently right now is in Cancer. Cancer is emotional and protective. Aquarius is the sign of intelligence and knowledge and community and gatherings. I find it so interesting that the whole thing with Minneapolis and the whole ice thing and everything, like I'm not looking at it as positive or negative. I'm just looking at it and how it brings together groups of people, which is a character trait of Aquarius. I'm going to leave that there. So you have the sun in Aries. I wanted to mention that to you because everybody has a sun sign, a moon sign, and a rising sign. The rising sign is always on the left side of the chart, and the rising sign denotes one's personality. The sun sign denotes how a person activates to their core, their character traits. And the moon points to what a person needs, how they feel, right? It also connects to their mother figure, like the sun points to the father figure and authority figures. But you have the sun in Aries. So let's do something different here. Because I said the sun has to do with the father figure, everybody's sun sign describes your father a little bit and some of the father figures that you had in your life in your early upbringings. Now, Frugal, I don't know you from a can of paint. I know you from, I know your, I don't even know, I barely know your name. Well, I know your name. But if I had to guess, it would be a zodiacal guess. Symbolically, the sun symbolizes the father or the father figure. Whether your dad was there or not, stepdad, uncle, cousin, whatever. More than likely it was the dad, the nurturing parent, right? Was aggressive, right? Assertive. I don't know if they were in the military, maybe, maybe not, but Aries, denoted by the color red here. And you'll find some other signs that are red here. Leo's red, Sagittarius is red. These are the three zodiac signs that have to do with the fire element. What does this mean? It means that you were born with the sun in Aries, thus therefore from the zodiacal lens, and symbolically, you express this assertive nature. Maybe you're a little competitive. Maybe you have this warrior spirit. Maybe people don't want to mess with you because you're you know, a drill sergeant-ish behavior. Maybe you got that from the father figure or the grandfather, because the grandfather is also a father figure. May not be the biological father, but it's the father figure. Are you with me? And so, in addition to that, this is the transiting chart, by the way. Transiting chart is where the planets are currently located. And so, this is Aries. And in addition to that, we have this symbol here. This symbol is the symbol of Chiron. Chiron is in Aries here. What does Chiron mean? Chiron has to do with it's involved with this healing, right? Healing what? It's healing our impulses, right? All that I just described and all that you've learned, you're learning how to shift that into a more healing attribute. Um, Welcome, Aktu. How long you been there watching me sideways? I'm over here on YouTube. We're waiting for you. Come on over. Right? It looks like a key here. Chiron. Looks just like a key, right? But the key to healing and healing from wounds from the past too. I don't know what's going on. You don't have to respond. Just, just listen. It's your first time here. Check it out, right? But Chiron is and points to healing. So energetically, Aries are going through a healing. Aries are looking at how they heal, and they're healing from past or circumstances from the past, and involving their fathers or father figures, and the aggressive and the assertive nature that came from the father figure, right? And so this month, the past 10 days have highlighted, now that the sun is in Aquarius, we're coming, you got two months before your birthday ish, a little more, a little less, depending on what day you were born, right? And where the sun was located in Aries. But um, what I'm trying to say is that this month points to your hopes, your wishes, your goals, your dreams, your aspiration, right? It brings the relationships with friends or colleagues and associates, right? To trigger this healing, not for nothing, in a sense. So that's a little bit about um, Aries and its relationships with Aquarius. How did I do? Thank you so much for the double taps and shares and the confettis. All of you. I hope you're enjoying the live here. Thank you for caring about me while I was choking. Um, on that note, I'm gonna get something to drink here. Refuel on my tea. Um, Thank you for responding and sharing that. And good luck on your, not good luck. It's not what I was trying to say. I was trying to say good work, right? I was trying to say good work on your ability to um, be a little more kind to yourself. You're going to see over the course of the next 14 years is going to be dynamic. Um, I want to see how long you've been experiencing this approximately. It has such a wide range orbital period. How much longer in Aries? Okay, so Chiron's out of there this year. Chiron's been in Aries since February 18th, 2019. So it's been there almost 7 years. The range for Chiron is between 1.5 to 8 years. So this is a longer stay, which is quite interesting though. Um, that is quite interesting. We'll get into that in a later video, but congratulations ever since 2019. That's when the door opened up, right? Symbolically. And what has happened over the course of the past week, right? Neptune, this fork, pitch looks like a pitchfork. It doesn't mean the devil, doesn't mean demons or any of that. What it means is that we're touching upon our sense of spirituality and our sensitivity. Right? It opens up the door for Aries to be a little more sensitive. Right. So not for nothing. I don't know how you were taught how to express your emotions, but here's is a sign of strength. for yourself. Actually, and allowing yourself to be a little bit more compassionate with yourself, depending on where Aries is located. But we'll get to that maybe on Sunday. All right. Thank you. I appreciate all of you. Value Taurus, yourself, value the truth, regardless of the fact of whom or what. And I'll see you in the next video. Not for nothing.